Hope you guys are doing fabulous. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Pluto's return, darling. Oh, as we're gonna get into some things. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. This reading has me like nervous. I don't know why, but we're definitely gonna get it together. Hello, collective. Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for the new subscribers. The new subscribers. Hello, my name is Harfin Joey. It is a pleasure to meet you for the day one celestial game. You are truly missed. I love you, and you know that I can't go a day without reading you guys. I just love chatting it up with you and doing what it do, collective. So we're gonna jump right into the reading just because it might be long. So with that being said, we are gonna talk about Jupiter and how Jupiter has been, let's say, retrograde for 248 motherfucking years, right? 248 motherfucking years. And the last time that it was here in our solar system and in America, it was July 4th, 1776, which was the day that they signed the Declaration of Independence, right? By the people, for the people. Bullshit. Okay, whatever. So that goes on. And then in 2020, it conjunct with Jupiter, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the sign of Capricorn, and the fucking pandemic happened in China. And it was placed near China. It's crazy shit. So a little background, on Pluto. Y'all know that Pluto's the smallest planet, one of the smallest planet in the solar system. It's very, very far away. One of the last ones out there. I think it's the last one out there by the edge of the solar system in the universe, and it's very motherfucking cold and dark. In Greek mythology, it represents the ruler of this planet is Hades. Hades represents Lucifer, right? Hades represents Lucifer, and Lucifer's the prince of darkness, all this other shit. Pluto's in darkness. But then you also know that Lucifer and Hades are the light bringers, are always trying to be the ones to bring the knowledge to people to wake the fuck up. But you also do know that Lucifer is also the prince of lies and the prince of this and the prince of that. So, I don't know. This energy that I keep feeling, this pending doom, this shit that's gonna happen. I'm telling you guys right now that nobody's ready. I'm not even ready for what's going to happen. There's a lot of shit that's going to happen. Um, Within our country, within our social relationships, within our jobs, within our careers, within infrastructures, within um businesses like big corporations. The nations are gonna start going against each other because they're gonna start leaking each other's secrets and what they've been holding back from the public. Um, Extraterrestrials are going to make an appearance visiting. There's a lot of things that are gonna come to light. Remember the last time that that Pluto was here? It was the signing of this country and the finding of this country. So I have no motherfucking doubt in my mind that this is about destruction. It's about all of these social constructs and these plans and organizations and colonizations that have been colonized to benefit only them and not us are the things that are going to be destroyed and be falling away. A lot of the fucking killings and murders and fucking shit that they did and killed people who could have changed the world and fucking stole their motherfucking inventions and their patents and their information and all this other shit and then manipulated it into their own version to make money off of. All of that shit's coming to light. The pharmaceutical health industries coming to light. Your government is coming to light. How ironic is it that a couple days before Pluto returns to America, Mali goes against and rebels against their country and government and tells them that they have 72 fucking hours to get the fuck off their land. This Pluto return collective is about us regaining our power, reclaiming our land, and reclaiming our universe. It's our fucking birthright. Yes, Lucifer is the prince of all lies, and so is Hades and the prince of darkness. But remember that light doesn't exist without darkness. Even in the Bible, darkness was there first, and then there was light. So all this shit that's been going on behind the fucking scenes in your governments and the elections and all of this and all of that. And another thing you have to understand about Pluto is the fact that it doesn't leave until 2024. And when the fuck is 2024? What is 2024? The next fucking presidential elections. Y'all ain't ready for what Pluto is about to reveal to everybody. The deception, the lies, the mask, the darkness, the delusions, the things that they put in front of your face so you can be distracted enough so they can be able to do all this fucking bullshit and run your fucking pockets and run you like a slave, because that's what you are. You're a slave. What did Lucifer do? Enslave. What did he do? Enslave Adam and Eve so they don't get to their divinity. So all that illusion is gonna fall away. The collective, the people that are high vibrational, the people that have been doing the spiritual work, that have been getting ready, that's been, thinking about themselves and their family, and spiritually uplifting themselves and elevating themselves, and working about and talking about getting land, and talking about moving back to their country and doing all this crazy shit and moving off the grid. These people have been doing this shit for years for a reason. They've been downloading this pending energy that's been coming into our solar system. And this is what you guys need to understand. So I'm going to go into my downloads. It is darkness coming to light. That's exactly what it is, but we're going to see it for ourselves. So a lot of these conspiracy theorists that have been saying shit for years, like myself, that I'm called a conspiracy theorist, so I'm crazy, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. People like us are gonna be validated. The tarot community is gonna be validated. Everybody that has had any fucking crazy idea about the government and shit that they've been doing behind closed doors, and to these fucking high vibrational people and the people that have been showing us the way and showing us the light and showing us this and showing us that have been suppressed, are going to be validated. We are going to come into a union. We are going to create the collective that brings the planet back to the consciousness that it needs to be in. Remember, they also do call Lucifer the light bringer, the morning star. It's the first fucking light in the motherfucking dark sky. And remember, Venus just came back from retrograde. The morning star is Venus. Venus descends to hell and in 3 days rises back up and becomes the morning star. It's polarity. It's you understanding that dark and light has to exist. Without darkness, light doesn't exist. Advancement doesn't exist. And without light, darkness, chaos doesn't exist for enable to create creation collective. And this is really what it is. Honestly, really what it is. A lot of the things that are going to be falling away are going to be our governments, are going to be, long-term relationships, are going to be, family secrets are going to come to light. Things that have been hidden for decades, for years, for a lot of you are going to find out why your parents have been the way that they've been, or why they were the way that they were, or why your family has been hiding things or acting a certain way. As well with the governments and your social constructs and your schools and all this bullshit and the CDC, all this shit is coming to fucking light. Why the fuck you think the people in the CDC are fucking retiring and leaving their fucking positions? Because shit's about to hit the fan. Shit's definitely about to hit the fan collective. This shit might literally start fucking a civil war or World War motherfucking 3. To be fucking quite honest. Last time that fucking Jupiter came, look at what country was created. And we are represented as the new Babylon. What does the fucking book of Revelation say? It says that the new Babylon will be destroyed. The whore of Babylon will be destroyed. We are the whore. The people that live in this country are the whore because all we do is consume, 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 consume. Because that's how we were fucking conditioned to live in this country. Consume chemicals, consume byproducts, consume this, consume GMO shit, consume that, consume. Listen, it's not worth it. Consume false information in the news and the media. Consume celebrity bullshit. Consume this artificial way of living. Consume this materialistic way of living. Why? Because it distracts you from what's really going on and how they took you away from your fucking universal birthright in your land, in your universe, in your planet, and created into this monopoly and made you a slave. Right? Right. I'm going to go into the Goddess Oracle, but first I'm going to go into prayer. A lot of the shit about the vaccine is going to come out that is these variants and all these things were fucking lab created. All these things were created for a purpose. All these things were created to create fear to an extent that we will give up our fucking free will as Americans, that we will give up our power. Remember how the Constitution says by the people for the people? Yeah, if we give up our power, it's not by the people for the people anymore. Then it's gonna be the government for the government, by the government, and everything for the government. Martial law. This is what's going on, but all this shit's coming to light because it can't happen. Right now, we're in the age of silver. We're in the age of light. We're in the age of Aquarius, where everything comes to fucking light. Where we receive our abundance, and we receive our knowledge back and our divinity. And we receive our land and the universe and the planet and inherit that shit back. But we had to go through all this darkness in these 248 years of suppression, of wars, of flus, of fucking people dying, fucking segregation, fucking black and fucking whites being segregated, slavery, all this other bullshit, all this murdering to get to this point where we got strong enough to be able to fucking fight to take our shit back. For some of you in your reality, it might be in your families, in your friends, in your relationships, in your connections, people's secrets, things that you're starting to find out, tower moments that are happening. Are you being affected by them? No, but it's starting to show you exactly who people truly are. We're out here creating boundaries, and look at that, the tiger. Why is it the tiger? Because 2022 is the year of the fucking tiger in Chinese zodiac. And remember, I was just talking about China and what happened in 2020 when fucking Pluto conjunct with motherfucking a Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn. Yeah, we got the fucking pandemic and we had to fight all this shit with our fucking immune system. Now it's time to fucking fight spiritually. It's a spiritual battle. And we have to stand the fuck up and get the strength and this courage to be able to fight this shit that's about to come. Because they're about to throw so much shit at us and so many fucking lies and deceptions, more than they already have for the past 248 years. Because they understand that everybody's waking the fuck up and nobody's fucking having it. Illness, we go from illness to wellness. They're trying to keep us in this illness of consuming all this bullshit that's not good for us, whether it's information, the news, the media, the way of living, our reality, these structures, the government. Pharmaceutical industry, these doctors, all these lies and things just to motherfucking suppress us and kill us so we don't fucking reach our divinity, so we don't take back our power, the power that they have. Because they only have it because of us. Just like people in your fucking reality, the only reason why they have power in your reality is because you have given it to them. Look, didn't I say the darkness coming to the light? Look how she's emerging from the darkness and reaching the motherfucking sun. Didn't I say the sun, Lucifer? The morning star? Too many cards, Spirit. Ha ha! Woo! Severed one. The goddess severed one. Death and rebirth. Didn't I say it? Darkness coming to light. Scorpio fucking energy. Death and fucking rebirth. That's exactly what the fuck I was waiting for. Going through the motherfucking different phases. All these fucking doubts and beliefs that we have are gonna fucking fall away. With the goddess Minerva, which is about beliefs and gaining wisdom. And then we have Rhiannon, which is about taking away all these doubts that we have with these countries and these health pharmaceutical industries and these people that are in control and power and all this other bullshit. Even in our own fucking lives with our jobs and all this shit that's in control of us, we're letting that shit go. It's about your beliefs. It's about changing what you believe. It's about coming to knowledge, coming to wisdom. There's going to be a lot of grief collective because there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to sacrifice. There's a lot of things that we're going to have to sacrifice. This is why we need to go back to planning our own foods, not being dependent on the government, learning what it is to take care of your body and feed your body to be sustaining for wellness. Not eating for pleasure like the government wants you to do. Government cheese and government ice cream and government this and government that. Yeah, because those are all fucking prone with fucking chemicals. So you don't fucking ascend to the vibration that you need to be in. So you can be able to overthrow this fucking social construct. Because a lot of shit is about to fucking go down. I'm predicting this shit. Write it down. A lot of you are about to figure out the fact too that we're not even supposed to be paying taxes as well. Somebody's gonna come out and whistle blow that shit. Doctor's gonna come out and whistle blow the fact that this whole vaccine shit is a fucking hoax. And I'm not saying just one doctor, many doctors gonna come out and finally say it on the news. Like, nobody's gonna expect none of this bullshit. It's gonna create a frenzy, fear, and all this other. This is not fear mongering, but at the end of the day, you need to understand that they've been hiding this shit for the longest. The Spanish influenza, the Black Plague, the fucking the Dark Ages, all of that shit was government induced. They always reset society when they started to evolve. Always. What we don't see coming. Let's see. What is it that we don't see coming? Anything that we don't see coming. They're even gonna find out the wars have been created by this country because they're bullies and they want all the resources for themselves. They want to be the most powerful fucking country in the motherfucking world like Babylon was. That's why in the Bible it calls it the fucking New Babylon. Fear. What we don't see coming is fear. Didn't I just say that? I fucking told you guys. I'm not trying to fearmonger, but it's gonna be a lot of fucking fear. Feelings and emotions, the goddess Demeter. Fears and fucking emotions. There's gonna be a lot of fucking fear. Shape shifting. You're gonna see this fucking world shape shift in a way that you have never seen it shape shift before. I'm telling you right fucking now. Even the people that are in your fucking reality, everybody is shape shifting. Everybody is showing their true colors, anger and rage. Because a lot of people are gonna be like, damn, we've been fucking lied to this whole fucking time. Yes. We have been lied to. Oh, yes, we have. And we have to go back to our original divinity, like Egypt. Regaining our knowledge. and light as divine beings, right? So I'm gonna go into the Goddess Oracle Collective, and I'm going to read this passage from this card, the Death and Rebirth, because that's exactly what the fuck is going the fuck on. The death and fucking rebirth. Remember, this is fear, and look at Pluto at the bottom of the god Kali. Look at Pluto with the Pluto sign. That's just crazy how it came out in the fucking reading. A lot of fucking fear, a lot of fucking things that we've been questioning. All these crazy shit that people have been talking about for the past fucking decades and 248 years that goes against society and goes against what we think is real. All this shit is about to come to the light. It's just crazy. So I'm gonna read Death and Rebirth. Death and rebirth. I give you life, and I give you death. It is all one collective. You travel the spiral path, the eternal path. That is existence, ever becoming, ever growing, ever changing. Nothing dies that is not reborn. Nothing is born that does not die. When you come to me, I welcome you home. Then I take you into my womb, my cauldron of transformation, where you are stirred and sifted, blended and boiled, melted and mashed. Doesn't that sound like destruction? Reconstituted, the Constitution, then recycled. You always come back to me. You always go forth renewed. Is a renewal. Death and rebirth are but points of transition along the eternal path of change. To the Welsh, Caradwyn is a triple goddess, maid, mother, and crone, whose totem animal is the great white soul. She is associated with the moon. Inspiration, poetry, prophecies, shape shifting, we got that card too, and life and death. Caradwyn had two boys. One was beautiful and one was ugly, the polarities, light and dark. Because she wanted the ugly one to have something of his own, she made him a magical brew. The brew took a year and a day to complete and would make him inspired and brilliant. She set Giwan, her assistant, to wash the brew and bade him not to drink it. Accidentally, some drops of the brew splashed onto his hand, and he put his hand into his mouth. Instantly, he knew everything, including the fact that Carradine would seek his death. He ran away, and she ran after him. After many shapeshiftings, he was swallowed by Carradine, who gave birth to him 9 months later. This country gives birth to us, and then lies to us and manipulates us and tells us, don't drink from this because this, and that, lying to you so you will know the knowledge. Then you drink the fucking potion and you drink the knowledge, and then now you know everything. Even the fact that they've been trying to kill you, just how the country's trying to kill you. You see the story? And then he runs away. Running away, like I said, everybody moving off the grid. Pluto is here for 4 years. You have 4 years to save your money and figure out what the fuck you're gonna do and where you're gonna move to. Buy some land, move off the grid, go to a mobile home somewhere in a fucking country place somewhere. In a country, because the cities is what's gonna to experience the fucking destructions and the darkness, the falling away, the fucking falling of constructions and social constructs and buildings and all this other shit that is not gonna be working anymore. Even money's not gonna work anymore. Not everybody's gonna have access to digital currency. So what do you think is gonna happen? We're gonna have to go to borrowing and trading. I have this in my garden. What do you have? because this is all forcing us to be divine again and to be sustaining ourselves, not to be dependent on a government or people that don't have the best interest within us to ascend and become gods again. They are the gods. They have the power. They took it away from us. Why do you think they ran up in this motherfucking land and stole it from the fucking Indians? They've been doing this shit for years and hundreds and thousands of years. Why do you think Mali just took their fucking land back? I'm not playing with you motherfuckers. Caradwin's appearance in your life heralds a time of death and rebirth. Something is dying and it needs to be let go of. Yeah, this country. Or things, relationships that are overdue in your reality. Friendships, relationships, connections, people, whether they're siblings, family members, whatever the fuck they are, things that don't purpose you anymore. We know the earth's dance of death and rebirth as the seasons. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, but undergoes transformations. So do we. To live fully and in wholeness, we need to accept life and all that it is, which includes death and rebirth. Let go of what does not serve you in your wholeness. Perhaps you have reached the end of a cycle, a relationship, a job, and you fear letting it go, or feel that you are dying when only a piece of you needs to give away to the new. Perhaps the idea that there is death and only death is too painful for you to accept. Living in a patriarchal cultural patriarchal culture, which is the man-made country and government that we live in, has deprived most of us of the goddess's way of death and rebirth. Wholeness is nurtured when we become conscious that every step of the path of life is also a step towards death and rebirth, and this change is going to happen. Wholeness is achieved when we can say yes and do our dance with death and rebirth. The end goal of this codependency and this fear. Caradwin says, you will always get back what you give to me. It will be changed, it will be transformed, but you will get it back. This ritual suggestion for this is find a time and a place and when and where you will not be disturbed. Sit or lie comfortably with your spine straight. Close your eyes, take a deep breath and release it slowly to count to 10. Take another deep breath and release it again to count to 10. Take a third breath, breathe again and you release it. See, feel, and sense a tunnel. It can be a tunnel, or one you can imagine. Stand outside of that tunnel and run your fingers along the entryway and smell it. Enter the tunnel. It is warm and comfortable, well lit and pleasant. And you go down, 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 deeper, deeper, and deeper. Down, 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 deeper, deeper, and deeper. Because it's taking you to the darkness. Once you reach until you reach the end of the tunnel, now there is a light at the end of that tunnel, the light of the other world. You step out into the other world and you are met by Caradwin. She takes your hand and leads you to her cauldron. It is enormous and black. Caradwin stirs the cauldron. She asks you to put in the cauldron whatever needs to be transformed or let go of. Whatever needs to die, you put it in the cauldron and watch. Caradwin stirs the cauldron. Caradwin finishes stirring, puts down her staff, and reaches into the cauldron. She takes out what you put in and places it in front of you. It has been transformed into exactly what it needs to be. You thank Caradwin and she asks you for a gift. You give it to her freely, ready to return like Pluto's return. You walk back to the tunnel, taking with you what has been transformed in Caradwin's cauldron. Now you are going up, 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 feeling refreshed, energized, up, 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 until you are back into the entrance of the tunnel. You walk out of the tunnel and take a deep breath. As you release it, slowly you come back into your body. Take another deep breath, and if ready, open your eyes and welcome back to your motherfucking divinity. I can't. I really can't. At the end of the day, you gotta think about it. The sun represents love and light and everything else, right? And knowledge. But then Pluto represents fear and darkness, but also represents the secrets that have been made in the dark and now are coming to light because of its return. Shit is fucking crazy. Guys, let me know what you think about this reading and what's going on, because I'm like flabbergasted. For the elections and 2024, I'm predicting this shit now. A whole nother fraud is gonna happen, but what's gonna happen is that we're gonna have a civil war because people are gonna fight against the fucking government. Because we're gonna fight. Finally, everybody's gonna agree that we've been deceived, and that they keep fixing these elections and that they really don't mean anything because all this shit is a scam. To be quite fucking honest, this shit is a scam. So I'm gonna go into these angel gods and goddesses, and then we can go into the tarot, and we can see how all of this ties in into our day-to-day life and what's gonna happen in the country and what's gonna be happening with us and the actions that we're gonna be taking. Because honestly, this reading scares me. Because it's everything that we've been talking about for the past 20 years and hundreds of years coming to light. Let's see what messages we have for the collective in this situation and reading that we have now. These energies that Pluto may be bringing, this darkness that comes to light, the secrets, everything that's happening behind the curtains, the scenes, the government, in our schools, in our life, in our relationships, in our connections, in our finances, in our friendships, in our families, anything that has to do that may affect us in a way that creates a transformation for us to be able to live in this other new world that the energy keeps talking about. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of the celestial plan and allowing us to be part of the transformation and the growth. And amidst the darkness, we understand that we are light in that darkness and that we are here to create the change and the shift, the shape shifting in the consciousness of the earth and the world and the universe so we can be able to inherit our birthright. And that is our God given gift and birthright of power and celestial lights and divinity. I don't know where that prayer came from, but hallelujah. And the card just fell out. God of indulgence. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy. This is a lot of you going through an awakening. Looks like Jesus, doesn't it? Looks like an awakening. It really looks like this is spirit telling you it's okay to live outside of the social constructs and what people think is living or what people opinions and perspectives are, because stop beating yourself up. A lot of you aren't where you want to be, but you will get there. You know what I mean? You need to learn how to indulge a little bit. Indulge in the darkness. And this is what Pluto's telling you. Learn how to indulge in the things that you envision seeing yourself doing but would never do in a million years because of the way that the world sees you or the way that the world sees certain things. Or like, for instance, it's like the gay person who doesn't want to come out the closet because of the way that they will be viewed. Listen, it's about you. It's about your happiness. Break these social constructs and break all these things that have been keeping us enslaved and not being our high vibrational selves and living in the vibration of love, because all they wanted to do was keep us in suppression so they can have all the power. You cannot allow people or social constructs or governments or doctors or things to have power, or people or relationships or connections to have power over how you are, what you feel, and what you need to become and be. A little indulgence in the darkness and balance is healthy for you. Because this is the God of indulgence telling you it's okay to dive into the darkness a little bit. Because the darkness is what breeds transformation and change and brings you to the new light. But then after that light goes out, it goes into darkness again. And then another rebirth happens. Any other messages? Thank you. Angel of clearing. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over because the truth is coming to the light. The truth is coming to the light. Because a lot of you are confused about people's feelings connections to you, whether they in your reality confused with a lot of the things that are going in your job, your business, with the rules and regulations, with law and the order, and all the shit that's going on in the government, especially with the health system and all this other bullshit. It's a time of clearing. The shit will come to light. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over because a lot of you don't know what to believe anymore, especially with the artificial information and the lies that people have told, or the withholding of information, and then people saying that they never lied, but in the same time, they never told you either. This is what the government's gonna try to do. Oh, we never lied, but you never told us either. Or you said it could be a possibility. Because that's what people do. They tell white lies or put it plainly in your face without concrete facts or telling you the opposing side so you can be able to create this confusion within yourself so you can't make decisions for yourself and be codependent on what they feed you. Take it how it resonates. The angel of diet and nutrition. Didn't I say we need to go back to fucking planting our own fucking gardens and shit? The angel of diet and nutrition. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. And a lot of you know that a lot of drinking, a lot of soda, a lot of fat, a lot of grease, a lot of all this bullshit and codependent foods that we've been codependent. I mean, GMO foods that we've been codependent on, and government foods and all this shit. Yeah, it's easier to go to the market and pick some shit up from the fucking shelf, but you don't know the fucking pain and all the conditions and diseases and diagnoses that you're gonna have in the future fucking years if you don't start fucking being dependent on your own knowledge and your own fucking free will and power to be able to grow your own fucking food. It's taking back the fucking relationship with the ecosystem. This is why people need to go back to the lands and stop living in cities. Being back in nature. This is how you regain your fucking divinity at its highest fucking form. The angel of finances. Honor and give thanks for the blessings you are about to receive, because the blessings you're about to receive, collective, aren't financial. They aren't financial. They're gonna come in the form of wisdom, intellect, and fucking support, compassion, protectiveness, fucking wisdom, intuition, spirituality, elevation, abundance, prosperity. They're not gonna come in the form of cars and shoes and houses. They're gonna come in the form of being debt free, of growing your own food, of going back to Mother Earth and being one with the fucking earth. That's what it's gonna fucking consist of. What we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the angel of manifestation. Your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off, because a lot of you that have been doing the work, this is why you've been doing the fucking work. This is too much for me, collective. This is why I was afraid of doing this reading, because a lot of people don't want to hear about this shit. They want to hear about the toxic relationships and this and this and that. But a lot of you are gonna fucking come back and play this motherfucking reading when all this shit starts to fucking happen. Why the fuck you think the fucking news has been telling you that organic food and that herbs and shit don't cure nothing? That's because they want you to be codependent on their motherfucking food, because they know that everybody's catching on to the bullshit, just like the post I posted yesterday. Our fucking food is banned in 30 countries. Why? Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. Let's get that out of the book, shall we? How you guys feel about that? Think it'll be a good idea? Angel of clearing. Angel of clearing. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. The angel of clearing is at work right now, clearing your auric field. Your premises, your life, your connections, your relationships, your reality, everything involved. This will pave the way for a time of renewed clarity, focus, and purpose in your life and reality. Over the coming days, you will feel the effects of this clearing as all areas of your life are brought into balance and harmony and also light. Give thanks to your angel for this gift and know that you deserve all the blessings coming your way. Know also that the period of doubt, frustration, and confusion you have experienced in recent months was a necessary part of your growth. And in its own way, also a blessing, for just a nature has her changing seasons, so too does your life, which is governed by the same laws and moves in constant cycles in accordance with the divine will of the great creator. Just how the earth is going through these unusual weather patterns now. In Florida, in the desert, it's fucking snowed in the fucking desert. In Florida, it was in the fucking 20s. Today, it was like fucking 50 degrees, 40 degrees outside. What the fuck is going on? All the fucking snow melted like nothing ever fucking happened. The poles are shifting because the poles are merging. There's going to be no such thing as light and darkness anymore. Everything just is. And you choose what vibration or what reality you want to vibrate with. Give thanks to your angel for this gift and know that you deserve all the blessings coming your way. Know also that the period of doubt, frustration, and confusion you have experienced in all these years was a necessary part of your growth. And it's in its own way also a blessing. For just as nature has her changing seasons, I just said that, so too does your life, which is governed by the same laws and moves in constant cycles in accordance with the divine will of the great creator. Life constantly carries us within its ebb and its flow towards the horizon across the great ocean of life, then back to rest upon the shores of our own fucking divinity. See how it's about our own power and divinity, claiming that shit again? Because this is what the fuck it's about. In every passage that we read is enlightening ourselves to take back control of our life and reality in our universe collective. So now we're going to go into the tarot. We're going to go into the Heaven and Earth Tarot. For the overall energy, we have the Fool. A new beginning. But a new beginning, see how he has his shit back and he's taking it with him? But it's also being guided by the Holy Spirit because the dove is there. But then the sun is there too because it's a new path being enlightened for this person. And then they have the flower, which means purity, regaining your power and claiming your power, your intuition, and your birthright as a divine fucking being. For a lot of you. For a lot of you, this might represent itself in a way that the universe has been sending messages to you that it's time to move forward from certain situations, connections, and relationships and certain people. Because the fact that you still have them in your reality, this is why the same type of people keep coming into your reality. Because it's like a magnetic attraction. What you have in your reality keeps attracting the same thing over and over and over. But this is Aries energy for some of you. You might be connected to an Aries, or this is just Aries energy that you're in, ready for this new beginning collective. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. This is not about material abundance. It's about being sufficient and independent and strong within yourself to be able to carry out these missions and carry out these darknesses and these lies that are about to come into your reality, so you can be able to transform and create this change for yourselves. For some of you, you might be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, but she even has the clear course there because it's about clarity. She has her eyes closed and she's meditating. She's not even looking at the pentacle. Right? What she's really worried about is meditating on what's going to happen next and how she's going to get through it. Because it's not about financial issues. It's more about emotional stability and foundations and connections and spiritual things. Because remember, Capricorn is here and it's about the devil releasing the darkness and the lies and the deceptions of your reality to be able to usher in new abundances and new financial energies and new prosperity and new connections and new whatever the fuck it is. Any messages for the collective? Thank you. The Lovers. Divine Masculine, the springtime coming into carry. The Mother, which is dark energy, divine feminine energy. Divine masculine is light. But then here you see the angel with the sword. And this is about taking control of our own divinity. Like Adam and Eve did. How they deceived the serpent and then took the knowledge and then created a fucking high vibrational bloodline to be able to keep um raising the consciousness of the world and the bloodlines and the genetics so we can be able to usher in Jesus to be able to bring the knowledge so we can be able to ascend. This was the whole point of sinning in the garden, right? This is about Venus coming back from the retrograde as well. The lover's Gemini energy, and Gemini is about communication. All the fucking lies and deceptions and things that people have been saying and telling, whether it's connections, relationships, your family, the fucking government, these infrastructures, these fucking schools, departments, doctors, whatever the fuck it is, with your health, with your love, with your kids, with your fucking relationships, with your fucking marriages, whatever the fuck it is, all this shit is coming into union to come into light. See all the light in behind them? They had to suffer and go through a lot of shit to get out of the illusion of the Garden of Eden. And then suffer through all these struggles to be able to create this ascended version of their own fucking reality. Wow. The Ace of Swords. Didn't I say the sword? Taking control of your own reality, your own fucking kids' education, your own love life, your own fucking reality, your own fucking money making, your own fucking food, your health, everything. Take control of everything. It's time for you to become the president of your own government, which is this body. And your family and your friends and all of this and all of that and your kids. That's what you need to become the president of. Stop being dependent on these infrastructures and social constructs that have been created to keep you suppressed within your own divinity. This is why we've been working on integrating divine feminine and divine masculine, because of Pluto's fucking return. This whole fucking time, this ascension has been about preparing ourselves for the worst that's to come. We did all the material work with the three of fucking of pentacles. See how he's hammering away and doing the fucking work, and everybody's just standing there fucking watching. Everybody's just sitting there watching like, I'm just gonna take notes, but I'm never gonna fucking do the work and apply that shit to my reality. The ones that have been applying the shit to the reality and have been moving accordingly in silence, because silence is a response to. Y'all think that buying cars and buying houses and buying this and buying that and being flashy and showing off is you actually ascending and expanding and gaining knowledge? No. This is why the Queen of Pentacles is talking about it's not about financial abundance. It's about emotional and spiritual abundance and knowledge abundance. So when this shit hits the fan, we know how to do the material work to get the fuck up out of it. This nigga is fixing his own fucking house. For some of you, this might be in the form of stop waiting for people to come in and do shit for you and do it for your fucking self. Or stop waiting to do shit with other people and do it with yourself. Do the fucking work by yourself. Some people are not ready to do the fucking work. Whether it's a relationship, a connection, a career, an ascension, spirituality, whatever the fuck it is. And this is the fucking judgment that's going on. Everybody's on different timelines in different fucking situations, but everybody has to do the fucking work. This is the fucking wake up call, the death and the fucking rebirth. You see everybody like, finally, somebody's fucking sounding the trumpets because we're sick of this shit. We're tired. And we're ready for the new beginning. The Fool. We're ready for fucking heaven on earth, like the fucking book says. We're fucking definitely ready. Any other messages? Thank you. Wow. Bye. The new world and death. Death and rebirth. Death and fucking rebirth collective. The Queen of Swords disconnecting. And then the King of Pentacles. Giving your back to financial and material shit. And then with the Queen of Swords becoming your most logical and fucking spiritual self, because you're gonna fucking need it. This material shit is not gonna mean anything for any of us anymore. It's not gonna mean anything for any of us any fucking more. I'm telling you. It's not gonna mean anything for us anymore. And this is what the fuck we have to realize. And look, the fool is still there because it's about a new beginning. The top of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. This is these tower moments and all this destruction and chaos is gonna happen because this is the universe's way of giving us what the fuck we want, and that's freedom. From working these jobs, from all of this, from all of that. And it's giving you freedom to create your reality how you want to live it. How Adam and Eve did it in the fucking garden, built their own house, did all their shit by themselves. They had to till the soil. They had to grow their own garden. They had to fucking find water and find light and find this and find that. This is what it's fucking coming to. But it's going to be a better fucking way. And you might be in fear, but it's going to be a better way. Trust me. Because with all of that also comes new shit like free energy. Healthy foods, herbs for medicine, knowledge for medicine to cure ourselves to last longer. A lot of us ain't gonna have to work anymore because we're gonna be debt free because we sustain ourselves from the earth. This is the point of going back to the ecosystem, not going back to the government. It's going to the ecosystem so we don't need money. We don't need these things. We don't need to go to work. We can do whatever the fuck we want and create whatever the fuck we want and create a better fucking. The reason why murders and all this shit exists is because people are sad and don't want to be living in this social construct. But here we are disconnecting. Collective. We are fucking disconnecting. So I'm gonna read the world here from the book. We're going to go into the world. And then we're going to go into some of the future energies. And then that's going to clear out the reading. The World Collective. A dance hovers in the air, spinning two wands in each hand. A purple ribbon wraps around her body, dressing her lightly. Waves of activated energy appears in circles around each part of her figure. She is encased in a wreath of green bows. The bows tie into one another at the top and the bottom with the red lemonscape. Lemonscape. Four figures appear out of the clouds. A long-haired person appears at the top of the left corner. The head of an eagle peers at the man from the top of the right corner. The face of the bull peers from the lower left corner. A lion stares from all the lower right corner. And these are all the four elements. The four elements are going to change and create this change and transformation in the earth and the reality and the consciousness and the fucking paradigms and timelines that we're living in. The social constructs, the governments, your life, your family, your fucking friends, how we do everything, your careers, everything is going to change. Heavenly interpretations. The world represents the completion of a cycle, the end in the beginning. This is the final card in the major arcana sequence, so it is a huge achievement to reach this place. A project has been finished, completed, and can be set aside now. Yeah, this government, this social construct, all of this can be set aside now because we are enlightened enough to take care of ourselves. It is time for celebration and a period of rest before moving on to the new and greater achievements as a collective in a nation. While this card displays the end, it is also acknowledges the birth of a new one. This beginning appears at a higher level or consciousness than the previous one. So the journey continues to challenge and test us down to our core being, but in a high vibrational and better way. It's cycles like these that help push our personal growth to new heights. The key word of this card is unity, not separation, how the government creates it. The Hebrew letter is tav, meaning cross, crossing the crossroads. The correspondences are Saturn, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Are we in Aquarius age right now? Upright meanings, reintegration with ourselves and our nations, feeling complete, Job well done. It's a milestone achieved as a nation and collective. Giving back to your community. Enjoy the experience of gratitude, becoming whole. Maturity, take pride in our work. And reversed meanings is a bad ending, mourning for things lost, fear of being seen. Create better conditions in your world. Let go of a situation. Failure to see the beauty in your surroundings. And this, the reverse version, goes to the people that have been doing this shit in the dark. We are the upright meaning, they are the reversed meaning. What helps you dance? What energy are you transforming? Do you look back and think about how far you have become? How do you help your community out? When was the last time you traveled outside of your city? Where do you go from here after everything has been revealed? I can't. This reading is too much for me. It's too much. So can we go into some future energies with the tarot? Any future energies, spirit? Strife. The Five of the Wands. The future energies, didn't I say it? In the Queen of Wands. Everything being revealed, the cat is there, is about intuition and everything coming to the light. But the Five of Wands is about conflict and us being released from this suppression with the Eight of Swords, right? Releasing ourselves mentally and emotionally independently from these illusions. Everything is burning down here. There's destruction, and then here's a resurrection with the Judgment card, right? You can't make this shit up, collect. Because honestly, we will be blinded and cloaked with the Eight of Swords. And this is shortened force because the force that they have on us is going to be shortened. You see that? That is the future energy. The bottom of the deck. What we don't see coming. The King of Cups. Being in a more loving vibration. Being more high vibrational. Even with these lies and deceptions that are going to come to light, a lot of you are not going to be surprised by it. A lot of you are going to be so high vibrational and like so ready for it. Remember when I said be ready so you don't have to get ready? And on this love vibration, that is not going to affect you very much. This is why you need to get ready. All the queens and kings are here, and it's because this is what we're supposed to become. Exactly. The Chariot, moving forward. Cancer energy, moving forward. And look at the dark and the lightness down there. Becoming our celestial self. One more. Material trouble in reverse. Didn't I say that? No more troubles with your job, with your careers, with your food, with rent, with none of that, because a lot of us are going to be so high vibrational that we're going to learn how to sustain ourselves with the ecosystem, because this is what this is about. There's a social construct that's going to fall, and that's the way of living in governments, and we're going to have to be fending for ourselves. And we need to become high vibrational and sufficient in wisdom and intellectual enough to be able to sustain ourselves. The people that have the information and have the knowledge, we are going to be the leaders that are going to help everybody else raise their consciousness. For some of you, you might be doing that now in different minimal scales. Honestly, for some of you, you might be the leaders of the new cities or villages or whatever the fuck we're going to create next, because in the next 4 years a lot of shit is going to hit the fan. There will be a war, like I said in the fucking reading. There will be a lot of shit. I said a lot of shit in this reading. I hope that I didn't, you know, scare you or anything like that, but we are heading into a new world. Yes, we are. And I hope that you guys are ready, because this is the reason why we're letting go of connections, relationships, things that don't purpose us, ways of living, ways of eating, ways of healing ourselves, ways of educating ourselves. All of these things are being changed because we're going to have to start depending on ourselves and not on the people that are feeding us watered down bullshit, so we don't become enlightened and ascend and expand to the version of power that they have and even greater. So that is the reading for today, collective. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I hope that this brought clarity and illumination to your soul. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.